Hey everyone, Chavo here and welcome back to the next episode of our Adrenaline SWE Universe Mode. This is our third episode now, only two more including this one up until our first Adrenaline pay-per-view. It's going to be pretty damn good. Another stacked card for you this evening. And our opening match of the evening, and here we are going to see our first look at the Cruiserweight champion here, Rey Mysterio Jr., as he takes on longtime rival slash friend Chavo Guerrero. And here we go, right? I do apologise for the lateness of this video. I did anticipate on uploading this on Wednesday, but oh, is the logos missing? Oh, this stupid bloody game. It's bloody terrible, isn't it? Right, so half of Rey's logos are missing, including his tattoos, and some logos have stayed. I just can't. I don't know how to win on this game. I really don't. There's still a major problem with downloading cores, and half the logos just going walkabouts. They just for some reason decide they no longer want to be on the game. I don't know why it does it. I really don't. He still looks vaguely Rey. It's just a shame because that attire you saw in the loading screen was actually a really good attire. I thought we had a really good Rey here for a change, but nope. Bloody 2K. Bloody Ukes. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I was this video was supposed to be uploaded on Wednesday, but due to work commitments and so forth, I really struggled to get it recorded. So hopefully next week we will get 3 episodes up for you. There's going to be less episodes than what they used to be just because it takes a bit longer. Because obviously I want to make sure these episodes are good before they go out. I want to make sure that the quality of the show is pretty good. I want to make sure the cutscenes are in the right place and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it will be a little bit slower on the uploads, but hopefully it'll be worth it. And this is a really good Chavo, isn't it? I quite like this Chavo. First time Chavo has stepped foot in in SW, I believe. So that should be interesting. See how he gets on. Of course, a good result here against the Cruiserweight champion, and it could be a very interesting start here for Chavo. A win here against the champion would, you'd think, make him involved in the championship picture. He's not involved in our Cruiserweight tournament. We've got 2 more matches of that here this evening. And then the winners of those 2 matches will join Desmond Xavier, Ricochet, Rich Swann, and Angelico have already qualified in those 2 triple threat matches next week to qualify for another triple threat match, of course, at our first pay-per-view. So let's see how it goes. We are underway straight away. Rey Mysterio in with, oh, rolling him through face first into the mat, and then a boot across the chest as well. Rey, wow, already pinging Chavo onto the ropes. Rey Mysterio, there's the 619 into the springboard splash. Has Rey won this already? Doesn't go for the pin. I just thought he might have won this already. He's going to go once again for another springboard splash, but Chavo crawled out the way, and Rey may have missed an opportunity there to go for a really early pin and really show the other guys in this universe mode exactly what he's got to give. Of course, historically one of the best cruiserweights in WWE history, really, Rey Mysterio Jr. Hopping over the ropes. There's that springboard frog splash, shades of Eddie Guerrero. Rey now pulling Chavo away from the ropes, drops into the pin. Referee very, very slow down as normal. 2. No, he needed 2, but it was bloody close to a 3, wasn't it? I can't believe all the bloody Rey's logos have gone missing. Again, another springboard frog splash by Rey. He's picking them out left, right, and centre here. And again, a hurricanrana onto the ropes. Just as before. 619 for the second time in short succession this match, and there's another springboard splash, and surely that's got to be enough for... No, Rey again not going for the pin. Why? Why are you not going for the pin, Rey? Heading up top. Another big splash from the top. There's the pin. 1, 2, and this time Rey does get the victory, and Rey Mysterio, your adrenaline... I've got a bit of a cough here. Your adrenaline Cruiserweight champion picks up an easy victory over Chavo Guerrero. No surprises there, really, was there, to be honest, but it was a pretty good match. I thought Trevor might give a bit more than what really was shown, but Ray looked very, very dominant. I feel like no matter who really makes it through to this triple threat match at the pay-per-view to challenge Ray for the Cruiserweight Champion, it's going to be a tricky match. Although there are some big names like Desmond Xavier, Ricochet, Rich Swann, and Helico. And of course tonight it's Sonjay, Dutt or Trevor Lee, which is coming up next, or Gargano and Dragon Lee later on this evening. Only 2 of those 8 names can actually be in that triple threat against Ray, but either way I think they're going to be very, very strong, isn't it? It's going to be a very, very strong triple threat match at the pay-per-view, and Ray's going to have his work. He's going to have his work cut out for him, but at the same time, I feel like this show in here is going to fill him full of motivation and momentum moving forward. I've got me tongue-tied. I'm tongue-tied, tongue-tied, tongue-tied. There you go. Props for whoever knows that reference. And talking of our Cruiserweight tournament, here is our first of the 2 first-round matches in this episode. First up, it's Sonjay Dutt versus Trevor Lee. Very interesting one, this one. Very even one. I couldn't really put my money on who I think is going to win this one. PJ Tovey is a very big Sonjay... Well, he was a very big Sonjay Dutt fan in the very early days of TNA when he watched it religiously. I dare say he still is. Obviously, that's the reason why he picked him here for his Universe mode. A much better Sonjay Dutt than we had earlier on the Universe mode as well. I'm quite happy with this one. It's not fantastic, don't get me wrong, but it's usable. Whereas some of the other cores we've had at the moment are a little bit rough, but this one's good. Of course, Sonjay Dutt used to use the 450. Still does, I think. And I think this is going to be a tricky match, of course. Sonjay, a real experienced cruiserweight, whereas Trevor Lee, still quite early in his career. I'm not saying he's not experienced. He's been wrestling for a good few years now, but this is going to be a very interesting one. Sort of a more retro look with Sonjay Dutt against the sort of new age in Trevor Lee. Sonjay much more high-flying, Trevor Lee a lot more ground and pound striking ability, and could be very, very dangerous. Both guys will look to try and control the pace of the game, because if you get stuck in the other person's pace, you could really be in a lot of trouble because the way the styles are so different. And this is a brand new Trevor Lee as well. I think this one's better than the Trevor Lee we had before. I like this Trevor Lee, although it looks like he's got some pretty severe acne on his arm. Apart from that, I quite like it. I like it. I like it. I don't know what that was. I apologise for that profusely. Yeah, I think it's a good Trevor Lee. There's also another attire with the top bun. But Trevor Lee really milked his entrance as well, making Sonjay Dutt in the ring think about what's going to happen here this evening. Trying to psych him out more than anything, I suppose. Maybe using a bit of experience himself. I do like this Trevor Lee, actually. It's pretty good. I want to see Trevor Lee in TNA interacting with Sami Callihan, to be honest. I think that'd be pretty interesting dynamic. He looks a bit like Harry Kane. From the right angle, he does look like Harry Kane with long hair. The entrance is interesting. I quite like it though at the same time. It was a pretty slow walk down to the ring, but now I'm actually quite, I think it's quite good. He's rocking, it's the Finn Balor Demon entrance, isn't it? Okay, it was pretty good, now it's just a bit weird. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a good call though, I like it. I do like it. Right then, Sonjay Dutt takes on the man with the longest entrance so far in the Cruiserweight tournament, Trevor Lee, for a space in those 2 triple threat semi-finals next week. Trevor Lee taking some early control over Sonjay Dutt, now bringing him back up to a kneeling base. Big kick across the chest, a boot in the guts, followed up by stunning Sonjay off of his knee. For Trevor Lee now just marching around the ring. Up to the middle rope. So, of course, like we said, we do have another of these Cruiserweight Championship tournament matches for you here this evening. That'll be later on. That'll be Johnny Gargano taking on Dragon Lee. But also this evening, straight after this match, we have Roderick Strong taking on Donovan Dijak. We're going to see Taynara Conti taking on Candice LaRae in a women's #1 contendership match. We got a tag team #1 contendership match as Motor City Machine Guns, who defeated Bad Influence on week 1, will take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who beat Best Friends last week. And our main event, of course. Main event's going to be really good. We're going to see your Adrenaline champion, Samoa Joe, taking on Low-Ki, which is an awesome match on its own. But imagine if Low-Ki was to beat the Adrenaline champion, Samoa Joe. That would be a very interesting dynamic. Of course, we know already that AJ Styles will be facing off against Samoa Joe in a couple of weeks' time at the pay-per-view. So it'd be interesting to see what would happen if Low-Ki got that win. Would he force his way into the championship picture? Will he get an opportunity maybe at the next pay-per-view instead? It's an interesting situation. We'll have to wait and see what happens, I suppose. That's one of my favourite phrases in this, isn't it? It's an interesting situation, because that's sort of like what I say when I can't think of anything decent to say. You know, as you do. Sonjay Dutt now in control of Trevor Lee, just clotheslines him out of the ring. And Dutt follows him out there. Not allowing Trevor Lee any time to relax. Over the top goes Dutt into a sunset flip bomb on the outside. As referee's now up to a 3 count. Referee's him a lot of leeway here. He's not even counting at all at the moment. Was it 5? Was that? Was that 6? That's 6. But Trevor Lee now sending Sonjay back in the ring. Be interested to see what sort of damage Trevor Lee's just received there on the outside. He took a couple of high-impact maneuvers. Nothing that you would assume is majorly serious, but at the same time, when you land on the outside, there's no that matting out there is literally a couple of inches thick. It does not help whatsoever. It's still pretty damn solid. So the most simplest of moves can jar your body much more than you would ever expect. Nice jump in Hurricanrana from the top there by Sonjay Dutt, taking Trevor Lee down, now bringing Lee back up to his feet before taking him up on the shoulders, looking for the air raid slam. Hits it as well. Now Dutt, I thought he should have gone for the pin there. Trevor Lee looked out for a second. But Dutt going to try and build some momentum, trying to get the crowd behind him, and now Sonjay Dutt's going to look for Ashley Del Sol, and he hits it as well, hooking the legs. 1, 2. Oh, and it's only a 2 count. Trevor Lee did kick out. Does Dutt have anything to follow that Sleeve Assault up with, though? Or Trevor Lee just catched him, and so that's the more ground and pound style there of Trevor Lee. The Dragon Screw taking the knee of Sonjay Dutt down, and you know, working on the legs of your opponent like that is a very good way of wearing them down. As Trevor Lee now looking for a deadlift German, hoists Sonjay Dutt up into that deadlift German. Decides against the bridge and pin. Was it because Dutt was too close to the ropes? I think he was. There's the pin now, but how much time has Dutt had to recuperate from that German? Well, enough to kick out after a 1 count. If Trevor Lee had just positioned himself a bit better in the ring, he might have been okay. And now Trevor Lee stalking the grounded Sonjay Dutt. Nice suplex powerbomb. Gotta go for the pin now. 1, 2, and 3. And your former Adrenaline Cruiserweight champion Trevor Lee is going on to the finals next week of the Cruiserweight tournament, or the semi-final, should I say, in those triple threat matches to try and get himself a position in that triple threat match at the pay-per-view to fight it out against Rey Mysterio Jr. for the championship. And Trevor Lee, oh, insult to injury here. Trevor Lee just beating down Sonjay Dutt after the match. Referee trying to pull him away, and a couple of cheap shots here by Trevor Lee. He's won the match. He's got what he wants to place in those triple threats next week, but just wanted to add more insult into Sonjay Dutt. And here is our next match then. A big match, actually. It's been a really interesting one, this. Roderick Strong takes on Donovan Dijak. A match where two guys, both with a lot of strength as well. Of course, Roderick Strong, the king of the backbreakers, taking on someone who, of course, has recently signed with WWE. It's been interesting to see when he makes his way onto the scene. Maybe in the next set of tapings. I don't know, he's been there for a little bit. Yeah, it was pointless bringing him in the last set of tapings, wasn't it? Because they were sort of building up to TakeOver. It wasn't much point in having him in there, was there? But the next set of tapings, hopefully, I think, you never know, they might actually bring a couple of people up after the Rumble onto the main roster. So if they do that, then maybe it'll open spaces for new people. Of course, they've already confirmed the signings of War Machine. They've confirmed the signings of Ricochet and Candice LaRae as well. So they've already got Dijak. They've got a few other people as well who are quite good that haven't made a debut yet on NXT. So, yeah, maybe we will see Dijak debut this month. And there he is. Pretty good core, actually. I quite like this one. Another one of these sort of hybrid wrestlers that you've seen a lot on the indie scene in the last few years, of big men that are deceptively very, very quick and very, very agile and able to hit some really good maneuvers. Hitting flips and all sorts. So it'll be interesting to see what Dijak pulls out in this match. And of course, against the king of the backbreaker, Roderick Strong, who is getting very over. What is Roderick Strong doing at TakeOver? Has he got a match? I'm sure he must have a match. TakeOver card. What is he doing? There we go. Is he on the card? He's not, you know. Andrade Cien Almas versus Gargano for the NXT Championship. Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Authors of Pain for the Tag Team Championships. Aleister Black versus Adam Cole in an Extreme Rules match. And Cassius Ohno versus the Velveteen Dream. Also, dark matches to be recorded are going to be Lacey Evans versus Nikki Cross and the in-ring return of TM61. So no Roderick Strong on that card at all. So I wonder, you know, whether Roderick Strong might be one of the sneaky little entrants on to the main roster Rumble. And Roderick Strong could be one of the guys that does move up. I feel like it would be possible now with what's happened with Enzo recently that maybe someone like Almas might move up to the 205 Live. Unless they see something a bit better for Almas. I think he'd be a bit wasted in 205 Live Almas, to be honest. I don't know, but let's concentrate more on the match we have in front of us then. Dijak here with a pin on Roderick Strong, only for a 1 count. Dijak now bringing Strong back up to a kneeling base. Went for the big right hand to the head, but Strong catching Dijak and caught him with that stiff clothesline. Strong took a long time to really concentrate on what he was doing there, though. He just sort of stared out Dijak for a while. Going into a curb stomp, wow. Roderick Strong with a curb stomp. And again, an interesting match here for Adrenaline, because both these guys would sort of be, I would imagine, in the Intercontinental Championship range. So you think a victory for one of these two would potentially put them inside that championship picture. Of course, we know already that Adam Cole will be defending that championship against Austin Aries at the pay-per-view, but there's still another couple of months of this Universe mode left, of course. Nice there by Roderick Strong, just spinning Dijak out. There's the pin by Strong. 1. Only a 1 count. Over the dropkick to the back, but Dijak completely avoiding it. Now getting in the back of Strong himself, and now showing us some great strength with that gut buster. Dijak now taking Strong up once again into a suplex, and just look how easy it was for him to launch Strong across the ring. Interesting little scent on there. I don't think he quite got as much as he planned there. Maybe he hurt himself more than anything. Big elbow to the spine, and Dijak taking firm control here. Incredible strength being shown to really keep strong under this much control, and it's surprising. I don't think I've ever seen anyone keep strong under this much control. There it is, nice. Corkscrew sent on by Dijak into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Roderick Strong kicked out just in time. Dijak though stalking Roderick Strong. Up on his shoulders he goes. Into the Udigoroshi. But Strong fighting back. That really didn't catch, I don't think. He went for that jumping knee strike, but just didn't quite catch him as he intended. And wow, Dijak just launching Strong across the ring. Look how far he went. Dijak now dropping Strong face first across that top turnbuckle. Into the pin he goes. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Now Dijak just insulting there with just rubbing his forearm across the face of Roderick Strong before dropping another senton, this time hitting it clean. Dijak now bringing Strong back up, but Strong fighting back with the arm drag takedown. Dijak now, oh, big elbows right in the neck and chest of Roderick Strong before hitting a neck breaker. Pretty good match this one, really back and forth. And Roderick Strong just about kicking out. There wasn't much in that whatsoever, was there? He's struggling here, Strong, to keep in this match. Fighting back there, but what has he got left? But Strong taking him up and dropping him face first for that big slam. Strong may have just turned this match around to where he wants it. Deadlift German into a backdrop. All of a sudden, Strong's just come out of nowhere to get back in this one. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Strong now stalking Dijak. Dijak catching him with that back elbow, now taking him onto his shoulders once again. Udigoroshi there by Donovan Dijak. But doesn't go for the pin. Goes for the elbows across the collarbone. Now into a pin. 1, 2, and 3. And it is a big win there for Dijak against Roderick Strong. Wow. What a match that was. That went the length, that one, didn't it? Was not expecting that one to go that far. And it's a strong win here for Dijak. Strong back up on his feet, and Dijak offering out a handshake. Of course, both guys worked in Ring of Honor at roughly the same sort of time. I think Dijak was just coming into Ring of Honor while Strong was at the not the end of his career, but moving towards WWE. And here's our next match then. It is going to be Candice LaRae taking on Taynara Conti. And the winner of this one will go on to face off against Paige at the pay-per-view for the Adrenaline Women's Championship. But here we go. God, my chair's squeaky. My chair is squeaky. My chair is squeaky. It's really squeaky, isn't it? And there she is, Candice LaRae. It's good. It's just difficult to find good female cores in the game. I don't think a lot of people deal with them. So it's a good one. It'll do. I'm annoyed with the Taynara Conti one because I found a really good Taynara Conti, and then I found this Taynara Conti, but the really good one, the logos don't load. Like we had the situation with Rey Mysterio earlier, so we can't use her. Her face scan doesn't load either. It's really annoying. But still, this one will do. And of course, a big one here. Of course, the Undisputed Era currently control both the Tag Team Championships and the Intercontinental Championship. So it'd be interesting if they were to be able to get a hold of the Women's Championship here as well with Taynara Conti. But Not only does Candice LaRae stand in the way, but of course Paige at the pay-per-view as well. And there she is then, Taynara Conti. I really like Taynara Conti, you know. I think she's a really good wrestler, and one of the people that sort of surprised me from the Mae Young Classic. Didn't know anything about her. I'd heard of her only briefly because I knew she'd signed with WWE, but apart from that, I knew nothing about her, to be honest. And the Mae Young Classic, the first time I saw her wrestle, but I was very impressed with what I saw, and when she aligned herself with Undisputed Era, that was pretty damn perfect, really, wasn't it? I mean, short of maybe someone like Shayna Baszler joining up with Undisputed Era, I think Taynara Conti was perfect for it, really. And there we go, the bell goes, we are underway, and wow, Conti just flattening Candice LaRae straight off the bat. Bringing her back up to the... Oh, headbutt! Wow! It's not very often you see a headbutt in a women's match, I'll tell you that. Candice now just being bow and arrowed right across the knee of Taynara Conti. It brings Candice back up to her feet. Candice taking Taynara down. Now into a snap suplex, rolled straight into the pin. Not even a 1 count though. It could have been a 1 count though if you know, if the referee had actually counted rather than just standing there looking like a daft pleb. And Candice in firm control of this match actually early on. Candice now sending Taynara Conti off the far ropes and catches her, takes her down with the arm drag. Went for the back over, but Taynara caught her. Turning the match around, a snap suplex for her. Taynara, that's a long distance. I don't think you're going to make it. No, you don't. I was going to say, unless you're going to go coast to coast, you are not making that. Elbows right on the shoulder here by Taynara on Candice LaRae. That's very clever, very interesting that is, because Taynara is a mixed martial artist, but also quite proficient with submissions as well, and damaging the neck and the shoulders of Candice makes a submission a lot more easier going forward. Pin there by Taynara, only for a 2 count, but a 2 count this early on, with she hasn't really hit that many big moves, is quite good for her, really. Now, Taynara is stalking Candice. And rolls her through into the armbar submission, wrenching back of that arm. Is Candice going to have to tap it, or can she survive? No, she does survive. Manages to break free from that submission. And Candice looking to get some offense herself. Snapmare there on Taynara Conti, now into a head scissors. But Taynara managing to roll her through, and a couple of big right hands in the gut manages to break the grip of Candice. But Candice straight back on the offense, and Taynara is really struggling with the pace and the adrenaline of Candice here. Every time Taynara thinks that she's got control again, Candice just pops up and just out of nowhere just catches with a reversal. Big DDT there by Candice as well on Taynara Conti. Candice stalking Conti. Looks wow, look at that suplex. It's a balls plex. And a second balls plex. And a trifecta of balls plexes there by Candice LaRae on Taynara Conti. Is that going to be enough to win the match here for Candice? There's the pin. 1, 2, no. Taynara kicked out. Wow. Candice up top now into a splash. Sorry, I was drinking. I tell you what, I've been really good. I've just been paid, right? I've just been paid, and of course it's Royal Rumble tomorrow night, NXT Takeover tonight. I've literally I've done an online shop that's being delivered. I spent £110. Bearing in mind I live on my own, £110, and 50 quid of that is alcohol. So I'm going to be fine for Royal Rumble on that, I tell you. Nice powerbomb there by Taynara Conti. Wow. Yeah, I've got a lot going on. I've got 2 crates of beer, 2 crates of cider. I've got some nachos and some dips ready for the Rumble as well. I'm looking forward to this, I really am. Nice arm drag takedown there by Taynara Conti. And of course those arm drags are good again at just weakening the arm of Candice potentially for another armbar. And it looks like Taynara might be stalking it ready for it as well. She does, but it's going to be a rope break, isn't it? No, it's not. She managed just to pull Candice far enough away from the ropes. And is Candice okay? Is she going to have to tap here? She does tap, and Taynara Conti is going through to the pay-per-view to challenge Paige for the belt. And wow, a pretty good match here. And I must say, Taynara Conti is showing great resilience as Candice looked in control at portions of this match. Taynara Conti victorious. Goes to... Oh, here we go. Same as what we saw earlier on with Trevor Lee. Taynara Conti not happy with what she's done. She wants to hit a few more attacks as well. Referee dragging her away, but Taynara Conti sends a message. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be a Tag Team Championship #1 Contendership match as Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens take on the Motor City Machine Guns. This should be good, this one. Tornado tag as well, just for a little bit of difference. We had a couple of standard tag matches in the past couple of weeks, so a bit of Tornado just opens it up a little bit. So essentially the reason behind this match is that the Motor City Machine Guns defeated Bad Influence on week #1. And we saw, of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn here defeating Best Friends last week as well. So, it makes sense, doesn't it, really? The team that wins this one, 2 big wins in a month, definitely goes on to face off against Red Dragon at the first pay-per-view. All or nothing for the Adrenaline Tag Team Championships. I can't imagine that that Red Dragon are going to be an easy team to beat. If you remember, a couple of years ago, was it a couple of years ago? Yeah, I think it was. When we first started SWE, Red Dragon were just solid. I think they were my Throwdown Tag Team Champions for the entirety of the Universe mode. I think they won it on week #1, and they held the belts the whole way through until I think it was the last episode, the Shabby Mania episode, and it was a really, really strong run by them. I think tag teams are the one champions that generally do keep a hold of their championships for quite a long time compared to the singles competitors. Singles competitors tend to struggle a lot more, not quite sure why. So here we go then, Owens and Zayn take on Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, and we are underway. A place at All or Nothing against Red Dragon is up for grabs, and I've got the hiccups, which is always great. I have had about a 2-hour gap since I recorded the last match to recording this one, so I've had me dinner in that, but I've just got hiccups now. Too much nice food, that's what it is. Nice neck breaker there by Sabin on Kevin Owens and catching the knee in the gut, and so that's Alex Shelley. Sorry, Sabin's taking Sami Zayn down. At the moment, Motor City Machine Guns are in control, which is interesting. I just assumed that that Owens and Zayn would have control of... Oh, and they do turn it around. That's just the way it works, isn't it? That's the way this match sort of works, and I like the tornado aspect. It didn't work for a while. There was a couple of glitches in it last year, but now it seems to be working a bit better this year. Basically, last year, for some reason, people didn't want to go for a pin, which was very frustrating. So this year, it has become a bit better. Shelley up on the top now, and all of a sudden Motor City Machine Guns in control again. It's such a back and forth, isn't it? And did they roll out the ring in this one? I think they should do. I would imagine they would. Nice drop kick there by Chris Sabin, and Shelley super kick to the face. No, Kevin Owens ducked it. Now taking Alex Shelley up on his shoulders into the Samoan drop. Sami Zayn back on his feet as well, but only caught by Chris Sabin once again. Sabin now dropping. He dropped him. Dropping Sami Zayn neck first. There we go, yeah. Kevin Owens has rolled to the outside, and out goes Shelley to join him into that nice Wheelbarrow Bulldog. Sabin getting a 2 count in the ring against Sami Zayn as well. A kick of the spine there by Sabin, trying to bring Zayn back up, but Zayn catching Sabin with the jawbreaker. And a reverse DDT by Sabin, but Alex Shelley's down on the ground now, allowing Kevin Owens to take control. Can Owens turn this one around? He might need to here, you know. There's a Michinoku driver there by Sabin. Is he going to go for the pin? He is going to go for the pin. Owens needs to get there, and Owens does get there. There we go, Owens taking out Sabin as well. And Kevin Owens in control of this match at this point in time. Sami Zayn, nice jawbreaker. A hook in the leg, looking for that Fisherman's Michinoku driver. Zayn bringing Sabin back up. Looking for the Blue Thunder Bomb and hits it. He was too close to the ropes, and there's the pop-up powerbomb there by Owens, who again was too close to the ropes. Bloody rope break. I keep forgetting to turn it off. We should have done that. That could have been an easy win there for both these guys, couldn't it really? A pop-up powerbomb and a Blue Thunder Bomb. One of the two should have been a victory, shouldn't it really? But I think the Blue Thunder Bomb is a... Yep, it's a signature. There's a haluva kick. Neckbreaker now by Alex Shelley, but broken up by Sabin. Sorry, broken up straight away by Alex Shelley. Sami Zayn now heading up to the middle rope, stalking the grounded Sabin. Shelley here has a hold of Owens, hooking that leg into a suplex. Pin there by Zayn, again broken up again by Shelley. Good back and forth here. Shelley now catching Zayn in for that Northern Lights suplex, bridges to the pin. Owens has got his back to it. Oh, but Zayn does kick out just in time. And Owens just takes Shelley straight down, straight into the pin again. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Just right hand in the gut there by Shelley, but Owens catching it. Owens dropping Shelley face first across that top turnbuckle. Up to his feet. Now Owens onto the shoulders into a nice maneuver there. Dropping Alex Shelley and then hitting a senton bomb as well. But Sabin's taking some real control here over Zayn. And that's the one thing with this sort of match. You can't just continue concentrating on what you're doing. You have to pay attention to the other battle going on in the ring at the same time. Oh, Owens hooking the arms. Sidewinder suplex on Alex Shelley. And Owens now stalking Shelley. If Zayn can keep Sabin occupied here, it might be enough. There's the pop-up powerbomb by Owens. He has to drag Shelley away from the ropes, but with Zayn down, Sabin just able to break up the pin straight away. Kevin Owens now German suplexing Alex Shelley as well. And Shelley's really taken a hell of a beating in this match. Wow. Sabin just hit a haluva kick on the corner on Sami Zayn. Alex Shelley taking down Kevin Owens. Motor City Machine Guns. Oh, don't get the 3. It was only a 2. I thought that was destined, that was. I really thought that was going to be enough. Shelley now catching Zayn. Wow. Zayn really oversold that clothesline, didn't he? Really, he just launched himself over the top. Kevin Owens back up on his feet, though. Zayn's really struggling in this match. Owens is giving his all here, but I think Zayn is really just keeps getting caught out. Low super kick there by Sabin, a spinning heel kick in the gut as well. A few chops, a drop kick to the knee. Sabin just trying to block off Kevin Owens while Shelley goes to the pin. Again, it was only for a 2 count though. The resilience of Sami Zayn here shining through. Nice Lucha Libre style Hurricanrana there by Sabin on Kevin Owens now into the pin. And Zayn is there to break it up. Such a back and forth match, this one. Shelley out of nowhere catching Sami Zayn while he wasn't paying full attention. Looking for the air raid slam. Into the pin once again. Sabin, why are you taunting? You need to be blocking off Kevin Owens. Or maybe not. Motor City Machine Guns get the victory. Either way, Kevin Owens was too slow getting up, and finally, Zayn just cracked, and I don't know what was up with Zayn here. He just wasn't with it, was he? He just looked knackered out. He was definitely the weak link of the 4 guys in the ring. Definitely. I expected better from Sami Zayn, I must admit. But there we go. The Motor City Machine Guns will go on to All or Nothing, our first pay-per-view, which will be uploaded hopefully a Wednesday, to face off against Red Dragon for the Adrenaline Tag Team Championships. 2 wins this month, then against Bad Influence, and now Owens and Zayn. Pretty damn good for these two. Pretty damn good. And will we see this in a couple of weeks' time when they fight it out for the Tag Team Championships? It's a hell of an ask to topple the strong team of Red Dragon, but Motor City Machine Guns have showed that if anyone can do it, they can do it here on Adrenaline. And our next match here this evening is going to be the final first round match of the Cruiserweight tournament as Johnny Gargano takes on Dragon Lee. So the winner of this one will go on to join the list of Rich Swann and Helico Ricochet, as well as Trevor Lee. And I'm missing one? I'm missing someone, aren't I? Desmond Xavier, that's what it was. Desmond Xavier. So yeah, Rich Swann and Helico, Desmond Xavier, Ricochet, and Trevor Lee in those 2 triple threat matches, which will happen next week. 2 triple threat matches. Winner of the 2 triple threat matches will go on to another triple threat match at All or Nothing alongside Rey Mysterio Jr., of course, our Cruiserweight champion, to fight it out for the belt. It's going to be a hell of a match, that one. Rey really showed his dominance here earlier on this evening with that big win over Chavo Guerrero. I like Gaga. I think it's good to see him finally getting his run in NXT as well. I do feel like this run in NXT is my little guess for what's going to happen tomorrow night. This run in NXT, I think, will coincide with the return of Tommaso Ciampa. I think Ciampa will return. Ciampa will either return and cost Gargano the championship and lead up to Ciampa versus Gargano at the WrestleMania takedown, or Ciampa will return after the match, after Gargano's won the championship and beat him down, leading up to Ciampa versus Gargano at the WrestleMania takeover. Either way, I think it's going to be Ciampa versus Gargano at the WrestleMania takeover. But this could be a pretty good match. I wonder what's going to happen in this one. I'd sort of put my money on Gargano, but you can never really tell in this sort of game. You can never tell what's going to happen. And Dragon Lee, a very accomplished wrestler. I think he's actually Mexican. I thought he was actually Japanese, but he's not. He is Mexican. Wrestled a bit for New Japan in the Best of the Super Juniors tournament earlier on in the year. So let's see how they get on here. Johnny Gargano and Dragon Lee. And of course, don't forget, we still have your main event of the evening to come up for you next. That is going to be Samoa Joe versus Low Ki, in what is going to be a hell of a match, that one as well. So Dragon Lee just forcing Gargano into the corner. And again, Dragon Lee really showing some incredible strength here. I'm surprised with the strength he is showing, to be honest. Not really what I expected. I expected him to be the more fast-paced sort of competitor, but yeah, really showing some incredible strength. Not for too long though, as Gargano takes full control of the match. Nice step up into Guri right to the side of the face of Dragon Lee into the early pin. Not even a 1 count. Nice drop kick to the back there by Gargano. Into an ace crusher, wow. Big move. Gargano now bringing Dragon Lee back up to his feet. Looking for the Hurricanrana, but Dragon Lee reverses it into basically a pop-up powerbomb. Dragon Lee, big right hand now dragging Gargano up. Gargano blocking the suplex. Right hand in the midriff of Dragon Lee into an arm drag takedown. Potentially trying to damage the arm for a Gargano escape later on. Nice quesadilla there by Gargano as well. Gargano. I can't even talk properly. It's like a dog with a toffee. Dragon Lee with the right hand fighting back. Then into a Fez press and raining down the right hands into the face of Johnny Gargano. Weren't expecting that, was I? Dragon Lee now pinging Gargano off the ropes. Both guys run straight into each other now. Gargano returns the favour. Lee over the top and gets speared off the apron right into the barricade. And Johnny Gargano follows Dragon Lee out, but what's Gargano going to look for here? Nice jumping Hurricanrana off the apron onto Dragon Lee. It's been a great start to this match so far. Been quite entertaining, hasn't it? And no, Gargano, wow, look at that frog splash from the top turnbuckle to the outside. Wow. That's crazy. Gargano, a big right hand. And dropping Dragon Lee face first. For now, dragging the limp Dragon Lee into the middle of the ring and dropping an elbow right to the inside the knee as well. And Gargano definitely is in control of this match. Oh, spoke too soon. Dragon Lee back up on his feet. But Gargano taking him down once again. Seems to be every time Dragon Lee sort of tries to get some offense going, Gargano's just that one step further ahead to turn it back around again. Nice knee in the spine there by Dragon Lee on Gargano. Trying to bring Gargano back up, but Gargano's fighting back. Now hooks him in. Oh, nice. Brainbuster. Only enough for a 2, though. Gargano with the head scissors now, slowing the pace of the match down. He has used up quite a bit of energy, hasn't he, really? Big right hand now looking for... There it is, dropping him again, face first. Into the pin. 2 and 3, and Gargano is victorious, and Gargano will join the other 5 men. That now makes it then Rich Swann and Helico, Desmond Xavier, Ricochet, Gargano, and Trevor Lee. That's going to be a very interesting couple of triple threat matches. I'm looking forward to them bad boys. That is going to be good. Dragon Lee here offering the handshake, showing his appreciation. It was a very good match. Both guys really showed some real good ability. But it was, of course, Johnny Gargano who was victorious. And here we go then, time for your main event of the evening. Samoa Joe, of course, your Adrenaline champion, takes on Low Ki. A very classical Ring of Honor style match, this one. Looking forward to just the sheer brutality we're about to witness, because both guys very synonymous with strikes and submissions as well. So I dare say there's going to be some brutish stuff going on here. And this is not really what Samoa Joe wants, knowing that he's only a couple of episodes away from defending his Adrenaline Championship against AJ Styles. To take on a man of the caliber of Low Ki is not going to be the best thing for him at all, I don't think. But if he's a true champion, he's not going to turn down any challenge, and that's exactly what he's got here, and it's a severe challenge. It could be one that might make his championship reign very interesting, because a win here for Low Ki would very much force him into the championship picture. I don't know whether it'll be for this pay-per-view, but maybe the next pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how this match pans out. Good old Samoa Joe. Shame he's injured. I thought he was going to have a pretty good run in the Rumble. A pretty dominant person to have in the Rumble, but yeah, shit happens, I suppose, doesn't it? But hopefully we can see some more strong stuff from him moving forward pretty soon. I don't know how long his injury is going to keep him out for. I don't know if it's... I don't know, is it all the way till Mania? Samoa Joe. Injury. And there he is in low key as well, rocking Austin Aries' his tattoo. Right, Austin Aries. Samoa Joe suffered an injury in a match against Rhino. The injury is legitimate and not part of a storyline. No word yet when he'll be back in action. It's a right foot injury. He's undergoing a MRI scan. During the match, Joe felt a pop in the bottom of his right foot. And we took a look and believe that the plantar fascia rupture, which is a thick tissue rupture under the foot. Ooh. Treatment includes a period of immobilization. Well, that's not good, is it? There's no real updates. All the injury updates were from the 9th. There we go. There was an injury update a couple of days ago, actually. According to Joe, missing one of the big 4 shows in WWE is definitely a sad moment for any general superstar. However, Joe claims that his main focus... Oh, nice handshake there between Joe and Loki. I said it was a classical Ring of Honor match, and obviously utilising the Code of Honor. I understand the timetable and what I need to do to exceed the timetable. I'm more than accepting. So he doesn't really say how long he's going to be out for. Why is Joe stalking? Joe's stalking low-key already. Oh my god, if Joe were to... Joe's locked in a coquina clutch already in this match and locking Grapevine the legs as well. No way is he going to squash low-key here. I'm just sitting here completely stunned about what I'm watching here. No, the match will continue on apparently, but wow, Joe demolishing low-key early on. So as of about 4 or 5 days ago, Joe did not know how long he's going to be out for injury-wise. Low-key now pings up over the top of Joe, who runs straight stomach first into the ropes, as you do. Nice running forearm there by Low-key as well. Now, Low-key, after a slow start, is getting back into this match. I'm just surprised at how much Joe took control early on. Now, Low-key now locking in a guillotine choke of his own. Wow. Nope, Joe slowly getting back up to his feet and dropping Low-key with a spine buster. But Low-key taking him down once again, now locking in a knee bar submission hold. But Joe again fighting back with those stiff strikes right in the face. A low kick there. Now Joe taking Low-key up. Marching around the ring. I thought he was going to look for a buckle bomb, but no, he drops him face first across that top turnbuckle pad. And I'm just raking his foot across the face as well. Joe is still in control of this one, isn't he? You can tell. He's pretty comfortable. And he's almost got himself a 3 count. Wow. Low-key sending Joe face first into the mat. But Joe's back up on his feet. Stiff right hand into a German suplex. Keeps the grip. Rolls the hip. Into a dragon suplex. Keeps the grip. Rolls the hip. Into a straight jacket. German bridges for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And that was enough. Samoa Joe giving us the world of suplexes to finish off Low-key. Very strong win there for Samoa Joe. Really showing AJ Styles exactly what he's got to give in this match for the Adrenaline Championship in a couple of weeks' time at the All or Nothing pay-per-view. Oh, shocking enough, AJ Styles attacking Samoa Joe just as Joe attacked Styles a couple of weeks back after Styles won that #1 contendership match. Styles sending a message back to the champion here. So wow, after a strong message being sent by Samoa Joe by defeating low-key AJ Styles, returns a message that was sent to him a few weeks back after his #1 contendership match where Joe attacked him by returning the favour and attacking Joe there with that kendo stick. Wow, what a way to end this episode of Adrenaline. And if you enjoyed this one, remember there will be one up again, hopefully for you tomorrow evening. I should be able to. I'm a little bit short on time at the moment, but I should be able to knock one out for tomorrow evening. And of course, there's also going to be tomorrow evening a Rumble as well. I'm going to do a female and a male Rumble just to get you in the mood for the Royal Rumble. And get me in the mood for the Royal Rumble, because I'm going to be sat there watching it live. First time I'm ever going to watch the Rumble live. I'm really looking forward to it, so check those videos out for you tomorrow. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this one, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Bye.